Choose only two of the three following things: sleep, a social life, or good grades. If you're in high school or college, this is what's commonly known as the college triangle. Now, why is it a thing? Like, why do people talk about it, and is it real? I'm going to give you guys some advice using my own Stanford experiences and some studies that have been conducted, because this is a pretty important topic. So on the screen is a plot of an actual study that was done. It was at Denison University, and students actually chose two of the three. And so, as you know, people lean towards having enough sleep. It's a pretty common college trait. It's a stereotype. But you know, you're one of those top achieving high schoolers who wants to go to an elite college, or you're in college and you want to be even more successful. What do you do? What's the right path? Is this the way to go, or is this just the most common trajectory of people? Like, there's that one person all the way on the left who is social but also has good grades. Do you want to be that person? What do you do? So for myself, I'll tell you a little bit about what I did. In high school, I really prioritized having good grades and a good social life. I did not sleep much, and really I would go to bed at like 3, 4 a.m. and then wake up at 7 a.m. or 6 a.m. And I did have the social life that I wanted. I did have the good grades that I wanted, but it was definitely a detriment to my health. I would be half asleep sometimes. And honestly, thinking back at it, I could have made some changes and maybe went in other directions. And so every choice has its own consequences. You have to realize that. When I went to college, I shifted my approach. And I think a lot of people will shift their approach. So if you're in high school, take this as advice. I still stayed in the realm of good grades and a good social life. But when you go to college, the boundary opens up a little bit. You get more of your resources to allocate onto what you want. And it's much easier than in high school, especially if you're one of those high achieving high schoolers. It will only get better from here on out. Hear that from a Stanford student. Now, what do you do? Whether you're in high school or whether you're in your college and you're really trying to get an amazing career, or medical school or whatever that is. If we're gonna go from the rudimentary, pick only two, then I would say prioritize good grades and good sleep. The social life will come. It will come with you. It will find its way along, because in the end, grades make up your career. It's much more difficult to build a strong career when you're 40 versus when you are 20. And so a social life will follow through as you develop anyways. You'll find friends and work, you'll find other people, and you'll learn a lot of those skills. But if you could only pick two, take good grades and good sleep. Now, the more nuanced view, what I really want you guys to understand is that this whole pick 2 out of 3 thing is just representing our limited time. Time is a constraint. So what you need to do, what you really need to invest your time in, is not, which 2 out of 3 am I most gonna like, but maximize productivity. That is the most important thing. You need to pick your weakest areas where you can reap the most time, reap the most efficiency out of, and improve. For example, when I was in high school, I played the violin. A lot of the times when I practiced, I'd get distracted by my phone, whenever a notification come up, and I'd spend like 10 minutes or 20-minute breaks just looking at my phone or browsing the internet. Find those weak spots, eliminate that, turn your phone off, right? Eliminate those distractions and maximize your productivity. Treat this diagram, not as like pick 2 out of 3, but more like you have 24 hours in your day and you can allocate that time however you want. You don't get more of the time, really, but you really get to choose how you use it. And in reality, the college triangle is just a simplification. Your life might look more like a hendecagon with 11 different sides, 11 different things where you can invest your limited 24 hours into. But when you really look at it, there's so many little points that appear, so many different things you can invest your time in, that it really just becomes a circle. There's infinite things you can invest your time in. And so the key is maximizing your productivity. When you maximize productivity, you're not becoming more of a nerd. No, you're working smarter, not harder. You are maximizing your time. The next time somebody tells you, hey, pick 2 of the 3, sleep, good grades, or good social life, tell them, well, I'm picking productivity, and with that, I can get more of everything, okay? Because I'm maximizing my efficiency. That's really the key to understanding it. If you start yourself and start your journey to be super productive today, whether you're high school or college, you'll be super successful. But for now, stick to sleep and good grades. All right, bye guys.